Alright, so we are live, and I'm going to go in and let you know it's been a struggle getting this thing set up tonight. So hopefully everything goes well. Welcome to the stream. If you're watching this back, this is a live stream. I do it every Sunday at 7 o'clock to kind of talk with my viewers. Let me get the door shut real quick. So it's pretty much a live stream so that I can talk with my viewers and kind of make contacts with them if they'd like. And so every Sunday, if you're watching this back, feel free to join me. Welcome everybody in the chat. Looks like we're filling up pretty quick. We got 10 viewers, so that's awesome in the first couple of minutes. I hope everything goes smoothly tonight. So I've been saying over the past few weeks here, I didn't know how this is going to go once I start working again. And actually worked till 6 o'clock today. It takes me about 30 minutes to get home, so I don't usually have as much setup time as I just did. I mean, I don't usually have to set up everything in the small window that I just did. So I'm a little out of breath, been running around, getting the radio to work, and all that stuff. So kind of experimental. But I'm glad to see everybody popping up in the chat here. We got Ron back this week and Macbeth. Toodles back. I never can pronounce your name. I'm sorry, ma'am. Welcome, Ham Radio Essentials. Welcome to the chat. So tonight we are doing a little bit of PSK31. And I didn't get to test this setup with PSK31, so hopefully all goes well. Might have to do a little bit of tuning here, but I'm just going to go ahead and start tuning my radio to make sure everything's going to be functional. We're in power limits, so that's good. We'll see. So we'll get some PSK reporter up here and see how we're looking. So that looked like a nice clean signal on my side. We'll move the window up here and move the chat down here. Actually, we'll put the chat here in this window and we'll change the font colors. Once again, because we're always being fluid. Let's see, font settings, make it black. Did I just destroy the chat? Okay, there we go. I'll call you Jim. That works for me. And I'll have to work on the chat, guys. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know why it's not showing up right now. Maybe some people have to start talking a little bit more and it'll repopulate after I change the text color there. So, alright, yeah, we're working some PSK31. It's been a little while, so I'm going to have to get reacquainted here. So I'm just going to... So if I type in the message, it doesn't send, and then I right click and transmit. Then I can right click and go back and receive. Okay. I think there's some hotkeys, but for now we're just going to have to deal with that. And I'm also going to load up the PSK reporter. What's up? Bring it here. Looks like I gotta open a can of biscuits.
It's actually crescent rolls.
There you go.
Thank you. It scares me every time. Sorry.
Okay. I'm glad I could help. All right. That was my fiance. She's scared to open the biscuits, so she'll have me do it. All right. So let's take a look and see if my CQ message got out on 20 meters. Yes, getting out there. We'll start out by 20 meters. If anybody wants to make contacts, feel free to reply to my CQ messages. It would help if you put in the chat who you are and if you're trying to contact me. That way it just helps me a little bit better to make those contacts with you. Any here watch the Ham Bunch this weekend? 2 days of great stuff. Man, I really wanted to, but I was so busy with work. I really wanted to tune in, but I'll watch it back here when I get off the stream. I've still got to work on tomorrow's video. So I always like to take a sneak peek. Hello, Andy. Welcome to the stream. I always like to show a sneak peek of what the videos are for the upcoming week. And it's been a little hectic, so the planning hasn't been there as much as it usually has been. But I was sent this antenna to review. And this is one of those little tactical antennas. And you've probably heard of the Abri brand, which pretty much does the same thing. But some company messaged me on Instagram and wanted me to review their Baofeng product. It's called Merkit. So I haven't got a chance to do a good review video on it yet, but it will be out by tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So that will be there. It's a pretty cool antenna. It's one of those little snappy ones, so it folds over kind of, and you can take the Velcro and tape it over. But pretty neat little tactical antenna. I'll be talking about that tomorrow though. So, welcome, Robert. So, all right. Let's see if we can work some PSK31. Go ahead and call CQ here. And everything looks okay on my end here. I'm using my EasyDigi for the first time on PSK31. So, and all of this is just a neat little experiment that I haven't gotten to try out yet. So, hopefully we'll get a reply. I think we'll make more contacts with this than we did on SSTV. But oh, looks like we've already got a reply here. Alpha Charlie 1 Indigo Zulu. ModernHam, you should contact Ham Radio 2.0 or Josh to get the interview, etc. I've thought about it, but right now I'm still a little intimidated. Those guys are some, big shots. I know Josh has just got 100,000 subscribers. Really cool. They're a big inspiration for everything that I do on my channel. I really like those guys, but eventually, yeah, I'm thinking when I gain a little bit more subscribers, I'll try to reach out to them. Yeah, they're really cool though. Big inspiration for my channel. You've probably seen it here and there too. Got a lot of good. I've stolen a lot of good ideas from those guys, like the little stream memes or whatever. I love that. Let's see if he gets back to me here. Been a while since I've done PSK, working on my setup at the moment myself. Yeah, I like PSK because it seems a little bit more personal than FT8. Let's see. So I'm getting a reply back, so I'm already getting a contact. Awesome stuff. From Boston. Watching the live stream. Oh, cool. So it's one of you all probably here in chat. Kind of lost him there at the end. We got to use typing again. Well, great way to see how to get in this hobby back. He's digital. Let's see. Getting some messages pop up here. All right. Okay, yeah. So we got some activity in the chat. Sometimes it's a little hard to follow. Let's see. We would have loved to have you. You don't need X number of subs or anything. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just an intimidation thing. I'll reach out to them here soon. Whenever they do maybe another YouTuber event. I'm just not. I guess I'm a little socially inept, so it's kind of odd for me. But yeah, I'll try to reach out to him here soon and maybe do an interview or something. FT8 sucks. It's good for contest. I increased my power, saw that I wasn't coming through. Great. 20 meter seems to be doing well tonight. It sure is. On the barbecue, I wish I was out barbecuing. I'm gonna do something tomorrow for Memorial Day. And I'll send you the generic stuff as well. But yeah, thanks for the contact. I'm getting you in the logbook now. I'm trying to bounce back and forth between this and the chat and the logbook. So right now I am. What was I saying? I'm using the Easy Digi. I know I preach about this every week, but I was having a lot of interference problems and a lot of level control problems. And ever since Homestead kind of brung that up and I built one, it looks like everything's working pretty smoothly. You know, I just want to remind everybody, once I get to the 5K subscribers, I am giving away 5 of those. So I'm excited about that. And it looks like when I tried to link the eBay listing for the Easy Digi on my video, yeah, I got the little bit of what you said down. Same on your side. Yeah, you kind of phased out, but I got you. I'm gonna go ahead and put you in the logbook as well. So let's see, we got. I'm just gonna copy pasta your call sign over. I haven't been doing a lot of ham stuff unless I'm doing YouTube or live streams, and I don't do a lot of manual logbook entries. Did I ever get your grid? I don't think so. PSK GX frequency was 14.070, and it began now a few minutes ago, say 23:15 Zulu time. Sounds sorry, I have to go back on that. Sounds like IBM keyboard from the 90s with a phone cord. Are you talking about my keyboard? I have one of the little gaming mechanical keyboards, so and the microphone is a little close, so it might be a little loud. I'm sorry about that. I'm just making sure to get everybody here in the logbook the right way. Station call, and all right. I hope I did that right. It's hard to balance live stream chat, PSK31, and logging at the same time. There's a lot of back and forth. I'm gonna go ahead and call CQ again. If anybody's listening, feel free to reply. Also, I'm sending now that I have QSL cards. I'm sending it out to everybody that I make contacts with. So you'll get one of those as well. Nothing fancy. I used to print my own QSL cards with my little picture of my setup, but that was just way too expensive for me. So I've gotten these little motherboard cards from cheap QSL. They'll do the trick. Oh, looks like we're getting some activity tonight. Kilo Charlie 3 Foxtrot Lima. I'm gonna pull up QRZ so I can start looking up some of these call signs. I'm really bad with call signs, so if you all are contacting me and you're using the same call sign or whatever, and I'm sorry, I just don't remember you. John, I'm just really bad with call signs in the memorization. So I know a lot of y'all actually contact me over the weeks, and I never can recognize your call sign. I'm sorry. Good evening. Just found your channel today. New to ham community, and have yet to take the test. Been on citizen band for a while. Definitely interested in moving up to the radio communication world. Well, yeah, it's a really good opportunity. Sorry, I'm reading this text. It's a really good opportunity to learn a lot about radios. Have that backup emergency communication systems. Okay, let's see. Florida. All right. As you can see, you get the live stream. I get the live stream myself typing, and I'm not a good speller, so it takes me a minute sometimes to fumble my way through it. Let's see here. Anyway, sorry. Get back to the chat. Yeah, it's a really good opportunity, and there's so many applications for ham radio. I'm a tinkerer, so I like to tinker with things, but also off-grid emergency communications and all kinds of fun stuff and subjects you can get into. But it's really not hard to get your test passed. It takes about maybe 1 to 2 weeks to study for it, and all the answers are open source online, so it's pretty easy. Pretty easy to get your license, and Sorry, I'm following this QSL here. QSO. This guy's got all the little cool macros in here. Seek. All right, so go back to chat here. Looks like I got PSK running. I was decoding your signal with another ham. Did my exam and passed both tech and general yesterday. Awesome. I tried to pass my general when I took my tech, but it just didn't happen. I was like 2 or 3 questions off, but congratulations. If you're a general, I don't know if you have a HF radio yet, but when you get one, or if you have one already, feel free to make a contact. But really cool stuff. I'm really excited for you. Being a new ham these days is awesome because there's so many different opportunities and things that you can get into. But yeah, congratulations on that. I'm going to try to wrap up this QSO here. Mode is PSK. Oh, okay. Sometimes my logging software automatically logs my stuff for me, which is nice. But I have to put the in time. I'm losing this individual here, so I'm going to go ahead and socially distance yourself. He's phasing in and out here. Patiently waiting in line. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up the QSO with him. This guy is this one of you all in the live stream? He's talking about the humidity. Oh, man. What is your base setup, Billy? I have a FT450D with a 63-foot in-fed half wave that goes through, I think, 40 through 60. No, it's 40 through 6 meters. 6 meters is a little rough, but has been very dry. Okay. I might go on a little mini rant here. I love ham radio. I love the digital modes. But one thing I've never liked too much is talking about nothing. And I know that's a lot of ham radio is about. But this man is dragging it out. He's really dragging it out right now. Which is cool. I mean, he just wants to have a conversation. I guess it's You know, that's what it's all about. This is the awkward part for me. In my Mike Shy video, this is what I talk about. It's really hard for me to break contact. All right, let's see. It's been heating up here. Oh, no, didn't mean to put that. There we go. That was a little stressful. Let's see if he... I guess I can be logging here while he's... it's already in the log. I always forget. Sometimes it automatically logs it, sometimes it doesn't. Got 40 meters after the... Thanks, man. Yeah, we'll be moving to 40 meters here if the stream drags on long enough. But right now, 20 meters looks like it's popping. Is that how many contacts he's had over PSK31? And I'll send him my my little block here. And then whoever's next in the group here can get in here and we'll make a contact. Yeah, definitely a lot more activity this week doing PSK31 than SSTV. I love SSTV because I'm not forced to make conversation. That's the reason. That's why I like FT8. But a lot of times PSK31 is not like that. Oh. I see your call sign in there. I think it looks like you're about to make a contact with him. Oh, you put a 73 in the waterfall? You mean like an image of the 73? I would reply to you immediately, but I'm a little confused on what's going on here. I think he might be replying to you here or something. I'm going to go ahead and just call you. Oh, I know the chat's delayed. I just now called you though. I'm sure you'll see it. I'm still decoding you, Billy, but on 20 your signals maybe getting a little weak here. Go ahead and stay on 20 and I'll wait till later if you can go to 4 meters. Yeah, I can go down to 40.
you want me to bring you a plate?
What is it?
Pork chops.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Thank you. Looks like it's eating time. Yeah, I'll probably move down to 40 here soon if my signal keeps getting a little weaker. It's nice to see the activity on here, though. And let's see what PSK reporter's saying now. Oh, I hear a signal coming in. Is that one of you all? I'm going to call CQ again. But I'm going to call it on, I'm going to call it here, right on 2000 hertz. I guess that's what the measurement's in. Yeah, let's see. 3 hours? How's that? Somebody needs to explain this to me. I haven't been home from work for 40 minutes. How is it possible? I guess he's got his time wrong on the computer or something. Oh, I just missed you. There we go. Hello, YouTube. I wouldn't call you a 599. Yeah, there's a little bit of fading going on. If that was a simultaneous transmission there. I got this. I don't know if this was you or not. It could have been some harmonics from another signal or something like that, maybe coming in. Thank you, honey. It looks like I have a wonderful meal. Thank you so much. Sorry if anybody's hungry. I am too. Yeah, it's getting about time to move down to 40 meters. I just lost you there. I'm going to send you my a little ending here. The thing is, I'm a little nervous about going down to 40 meters because that's where I was having issues with the setup earlier because there was definitely a lot of interference going on. Just because my in-fed naturally, of course, it reflects signal, but I've always had trouble with 40 meters. I'm in an apartment on the second floor, Bobby. There's different ways you can get around it. There's different antennas. If you start looking up stealth antenna, excuse me. If you start looking up stealth antennas, there's all different types of ways to kind of get around. Oh my goodness, that's not good. I got like instant hiccups. Phew. See if I can speak. There's a ton of different stealth antennas you can look at. If money is not a problem, I really recommend the magnetic loop antenna. Yes, pork chops. Very delicious too. The magnetic loop antenna, those are very compact. You can go out and throw them in a window or a balcony or whatever you need to do, and you can usually make quite a bit of contacts with them. Now, if you don't go with the magnetic loop antenna, MFJ sells a extendable antenna that pretty much the tuner's built into it, and it extends out, and you can mount it on the side of a balcony or a window, and it goes out. That might be an option too. But what I've done, it doesn't sound stealthy, but if you've seen some of my prior videos, I had a video of setting it up. And so I have a in-fed half-wave antenna. So what it is my transmission line goes up to a little matching box, and a 60-foot wire comes out of it. And realistically, the most optimal way you can put that wire is usually, high up in the air and straight across, away from metal structures and that type of thing. But they're really used often in stealth situations because they don't have to be straight and they don't have to be away from metal surfaces. It's most optimal that way, but you got to work with what you got. These wire antennas, you can string them along the house, you can string them up a chimney if you have one of those. But what I've done is I live on the second floor apartment, and there happens to be a tree that's out in the yard. So I went out one night and I tied one end of my in-fed half-wave antenna, the matching box, to my balcony. Ran a transmission line outside the window to the balcony. I took the other side, tied a string onto it, and then tied it onto a water bottle. Went out in the yard and chucked the water bottle over the tree, and so it got it way up in the air. And it's been up there for over a year now, and nobody's really said anything about it. It's I guess maybe they assume it's some type of weird power line or something or whatever. But you do have some options when it comes to different stealth setups. But if you have the money, I just don't have the money for one. A magnetic loop antenna is probably your best bet. I'm going to move down to 40 meters and see if I can get down there without causing too much interference. We'll see what the activity's like. There's already a Q-sub going on, so that's a good sign. But I forget if it's better to use 30 or 70. That's Morse code. So yeah, we're going back to 70. There's some activity already on 40 meters. I'm going to tune up my antenna. We'll try to make a contact and see what happens. I was thinking of under the eaves, like Xmas lights, away from the metal siding. Yeah, just get creative with it. With the in-fed half-wave too, you can do a lot of stuff with them. I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, there's something going on already. My transceiver's not transmitting, which is odd because I'm using PTT. That is strange. Oh, it's because I'm not on data. All right, it's looking like a nice clean signal. Should be all right. Should be all right. I guess I'll change the frequency up here too. We are now on 40 meters on 770. So if anybody wants to make a contact, I'm here listening. And I'll answer him. Oh, somebody already did. That's a strong signal. Let's see what this is. Oh, it's already QSO in progress. I'm gonna call CQ again. Look at a flagpole antenna or an infed on your drain. Did you say drain pipe? I've never heard of that one. That would be interesting. A lot of activity, but nobody's answering me. Let me see how I'm getting out. Interesting. Give it a minute here. This pork chop is delicious. Gross. So I've been thinking about starting my own business recently. I'm just kind of throwing this out there. I'm going to try CQ over here. I wanted to do a computer repair business, but I'm not quite sure how the business is going to be. I don't have the money for a rental property, but I thought about buying a van and just putting a nice decal on the van and working out of it. But I would really like to work for myself. I think that's the dream. Hopefully one day I'll be able to do it. I don't know if computer repair is the right way to go. I just don't know what the business is like. But it's something I've been really thinking heavily about and thinking about what I would need. It looks like 40 meters is active, but I'm not getting out too well or something. When I first bought my radio, I got the FT450D, obviously. And before I had my license for it, I really just wanted to use it. So I was trying to figure out what I could use for antenna just to receive. And I took a pair of took a coax cable and skinned it and hooked some alligator clips up to it, connected it to the gutter outside my apartment, and I started receiving Morse code, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Like I was able to hook my just a wire up to a gutter and start getting Morse code. And I kind of just listened for probably about a week before I got my license, and then another week before I got an antenna up. But it was the most exciting thing in that world, just being able to take a wire and connect it to something like that and start hearing a transmission from somewhere. I'm still learning code, so I didn't really understand what it said or where it was coming from, but I'm moving up. For now, I'm going to move back up to 20 because I'm not having much. Oh, here we go. I think that's 20 view all. Yeah, I want to start from home, but I also want to give a professional image. Excuse me. I want to give a professional image. My gosh. So I like just something for the image of the company to show that I'm investing something other than just working out of my apartment. Because it's one thing if you're working out of home, but if I have to work out of an apartment purely, it's just not very. I don't know. It doesn't look very good. But I'm going to get into software and hardware because software side I can fix anything at all. Hardware side, there's a few things that I could learn a little bit more, primarily like surface mounted components and resoldering those. I think I could have I need more practice with. But as for every run of the mill hardware stuff, replacing screens or hardware, like basic hardware replacement and stuff like that, and testing, I think I can do that pretty comfortably. That's me, Billy, calling you. Oh, okay. Well, I answered you, but I don't know if you've just gotten lost in the static or if you're still typing. But I'm still sitting on frequency. It might be possible that I might have just lost you. Do it and do on-site pickups from home. I would choose you over Geek Squad. Well, thank you. I worked for a guy years ago doing that, and he was crushing it. Granted, it was 2008. Yeah, and the thing is, here in 2020, anybody that's ever installed Google Chrome on their mom's computer thinks they're a computer expert. So I know you have those guys um, that I have to compete with, but I have a lot of experience. Even I've worked on military computers for years, and growing up, I was into computers at a very early age. So what I would do is I would download these viruses and screw up the computers, and the only way I could not get in trouble was if I fixed the computer. So I learned how to fix computers really early, and I've had a lot of experience with pretty much any type of software issue you could possibly have on whether it be Linux, Windows, or Mac. And a lot of those guys that are individuals, like they have their own companies, they don't know a lot of that hardware stuff, especially. And when somebody comes with them with a technical problem, then they use tools to fix it. And that's okay, but there's a lot of issues that tools can't fix. And that's where I excel because I know what goes on behind the scenes. I know what those tools do. So I'm able to get in there and navigate my way around if I have to. Um, and that comes too with just a lot of experience I like to be able to put to use. And especially with Geek Squad, the thing is, they're owned by a corporation, and they're shown training videos, I'm sure, on how to fix things. They don't get like applicable training. So they might see a video on how to replace a computer screen for a certain component or something like that. But when it comes down to it, if somebody brings them a screen and something's slightly off, then the video that they watched or the training they had, I don't want to say they don't have the ability to improvise, but it takes a certain type of person to have that ability to improvise and knowledge to do things when things don't go according to plan. It takes a lot of creativity, and I think that's where I kind of would beat them because I can cut the middleman because there's no corporate price in there. It's just straight profit, so I can charge less, and I think I can provide more. So uh, I'm not. I'm gonna try to call you. I'm gonna try to send a message back again and see if you don't see it. But yeah, it's something I'm really thinking about doing. And there's 3 local computer shops in the area. None of them have a website. I tried to call all 3 again. I tried to call all 3 today just to inquire about information. None of them picked up the phone. I guess it's Sunday, but their hours aren't listed, and all of the photos are just pictures of homes. Just a picture of their home. So I think locally, I'm a store manager. I've dwelled in business before. I think professionally, I can put out a better image than those individuals for sure, because I have the communication skills and customer service skills to deal with people, and also know how to do the website stuff and at least put up a good image in advertising, which is the first part. And those people might not be in business. Maybe they just tried to just run something out of their home and realized it was too much for them. But I'm pretty confident I can pretty much tackle anything anybody would throw at me. So I'm hoping maybe by the end of the year I get something together. Everything is completely quiet here on my side. I don't know what's going on, but as you can see, the waterfall is completely empty. It went from having activity to nothing. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I might be moving back up to 20 meters here in a second. Oh, there's something here. Still not decoding anything? I'm going to tune my radio up again. You've been doing it for 20 years, Andy? What is missing? A lot of it's phone repair, and honestly, I don't know a lot about phone repair. I feel like that's something I would need to study if I were going to get into it. I'm going to call CQ again. But investing in a van instead of a retail front end, I can mainly focus on taking my services to people, which I think is the best idea. And another thing is I don't see a lot of technical support businesses around. So I'm hoping maybe if I go around a local business and talk with them, maybe I can provide technical support for their company and have a regular customer coming back, again and again. It looks like somebody's coming back to me. Missed a little bit of that QTH, but Macbeth, thank you so much for the $10. Yes, let's have a great Sunday evening. Thank you so much for that. I'm glad to see you here every week. Not because you donate, but it's nice to see people repeat and come back again and again. Trying to multitask. Macbeth, I forget. Are you trying to get your hand license still? Are you still pursuing that? Or I forget, what was your situation? You're in Canada. Servers and networking is where the money is in the UK. The networking protocols, like the different layers, is something I would definitely need to study up on if I was going to do networking. I've got a little bit of experience with server management, I can do a little bit of like system administration, but is this guy really calling CQ here? I'm just gonna wait for the other party here and see if they just don't come back to me. Wait and see what happens. Maybe the bands are just kind of phasing in and out. But yeah, I did the math, and it's like you know, I don't get paid a lot at my job right now. I could live very comfortably off of $100 a day, which would probably be about 2 jobs a day. And if I work 7 days a week, that's a lot more than that. So I can do the jobs. I was thinking maybe like a business model, like I don't even get paid unless I repair something, unless I fix the issue that's going on. If I could just get 2 customers a day, I think that I could definitely do that. It would definitely be possible. Um, I've always wanted to work for myself. I've always had a talent with computers. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I can get this started by the end of the year. I'd really like to think so. Still pondering on it. It does take a little bit of time to study for it. I don't know what happened on this frequency, but the guy called me. I think it might be one of you all because they just called me without me calling CQ. I think I answered him, and then somebody called CQ over top of me, and now nothing's happening. Oh yeah, that was right. It was you. It was Kilo Charlie 5. Oh, I don't think I got your. I didn't get your call sign right. There it is. I should have known better. Ham Radio 2.0. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you in here. No, I guess there was a lot of live streams going on today with the whole YouTubers. Was it the Hamvention thing today? I don't know. I still haven't had time to go back and look over it, but I'm gonna have to watch those videos. But yeah, let's see. I'm gonna try to call you again here on another frequency, and we'll see. We'll try it again because when you were calling me, you were coming in pretty clear, but the guy jumped on top of us, and I didn't hear you again. I don't know if you tried to come back to me or not, but I guess I could have just told him that the frequency was in use, but I don't think he heard me in the first place. Let's see. I might have to move back up to 20 meters here. I'm gonna give it one more. I'm gonna call CQ here in a second one more time, and if I don't get a reply, we're gonna move up to 20 meters. I know 40 meters is probably good right now, but I was getting so much activity on 20 meters. Were you able to see me there when I just called you on 1500? Well, we'll go ahead and I'm just going to jump up to 20 meters, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. $20 meters could be completely dead now. We'll see. Let me tune up here. And we'll wait a second before I call so I don't step on somebody like that guy did to me. Oh, that looks like a data stream right there. I was right on top of it. It's a good thing I didn't call CQ. All right, I think we're good here. All right. Yeah, you probably can't hear me because I'm not on data. So I'm pushed to talk, but there's nothing coming out. All right, there we go. Should be able to see me now. Could make some money going around and setting up ham radio software. I don't want to make money off of setting up ham radio software though. I would love to do that for free. Like if somebody's coming to me and they want help with ham radio, I'm gonna do whatever I can to get them involved. I wouldn't charge them for it. I've been talking to Bill to speak to you or Josh about the YouTube. Oh, I really appreciate that. I know those guys are really, they're really popular. I don't know if I'm at that level yet where I'm going to be communicating with those guys, but I really appreciate everything they do. Like I said, they are a really big inspiration for my channel and what I do. But yeah, hopefully one day maybe they'll come out and hopefully they'll come out. All right, what was I saying? Hopefully here in the next few months, where I've started a little bit more promotion and started to hammering the YouTube's pretty hard. I want to sit around. I want to get up to at least 10,000 subscribers before I start reaching out to other people too much, because I don't want to feel like the small YouTuber guy that's just trying to get some. Oh, there you are. I didn't get all of that, but I'm pretty sure you were calling me. I'm gonna go ahead and answer you. But I don't want to seem like the small YouTuber that's just begging for views or whatever, because I've just never been like that. What's up, Kyle? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. So we're about an hour in. We're getting a lot more activity tonight now that we're doing PSK31 instead of SSTV. I really love SSTV, but I just wish it was a little bit more active. Sometimes I'll do it and there'll be plenty of activity and there'll be contacts and pile-ups, and sometimes though I'll call CQ all night and I get nothing. And it looks like I might be having a hard time with 20 meter PSK31 too. I'm gonna tune up. Kilo Charlie 5 Tango Golf Tango. I tried to answer your message there, but I'm not getting much back yet. I don't know if the bands are dying or if you saw me, but I did get back to you there. Let's check 20 meters and see how I'm getting out. Not as good as I was earlier, it doesn't look like. But we're still getting out there. I'm going to give you a minute here and then I'm going to call CQ again. Oh, I see some text here. That wasn't you, though. You're not seeing my reply. Well, let's turn up the power a little bit. Let's turn up the power quite a bit. Burn them clouds up. In Fed, oh yeah, so for y'all that don't know, I live in an apartment, a compromised antenna system. So I turn my power way up, even on the digital modes like PSK31, because really my signal is just reflecting straight up. So to get some contacts and get out there, I kind of got to turn the power up. But maybe it was really solid earlier. We were getting some contacts, right? Oh, here we go. November 4, Delta Alpha Mike. Is that one of you all here? Let's see. Coming out of North Carolina. What is going on here? Oh, thanks for following Ham Radio 2.0. I never seen the followed status though in my stream. I guess maybe that's a live stream thing. Anyways, yeah, thanks for the follow. Let's see. I'm glad to see you in here in the chat. That's really exciting stuff. Nice to see one of the big players in here. Let's see if I get a reply back. It seems like I'm only getting halfway through QSOs before things change. Thanks for the follow, Zach. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Where's those Big 5 Texas stations? Oh, man. Oh, I need to change my frequency over here again. We're back on 14, by the way. 1470. Yeah. Thank you for all your hard work. Yeah, I agree. You and Josh both have been a big inspiration for my channel, and I remember looking at a ton of your videos when I first started ham radio and getting into it. Especially, I think it was like the with the fusion stuff and explanations for that. Very, very helpful channel. You're a big inspiration. Oh, sorry, Andy, I didn't see your chat. 73 to you. Thanks for tuning into the stream. So we do this every Sunday at 7 o'clock. So always feel free to join in. I love seeing people come back after a week. KD5INM, welcome back to the stream. Thanks for checking in. It's always good to see you here too. The Easy Digi here is treating me well. After I rebuilt it the past week and did my YouTube videos over that, I haven't seen much interference issues going on. I'm even on 40 meters where I usually have issues, so it's working well for me. I noticed that Clifford stopped selling the Easy Digis by their components and actually started selling them by whole pieces, so that was an interesting move. You can still, if you buy more than 2 of them though, you can still get them to put together. I'm going to call CQ again. We're getting to that awkward time of night where it's in between 40 and 20 meters, but nobody really knows which way to go. Thank you very much for that, Kilo Charlie 5 Tango Golf Tango. I tried to do my best. You know, I've been really grinding hard on the YouTube. My big focus is trying to get new younger hams into the hobby, because I guess my philosophy is like, you know, sometimes it just takes a young face to see that to other young people that, you know, it's a cool thing to do. So yeah, I hope I'm attracting new people to the hobby too. Sometimes I get a little occupied with the projects I'm doing and I get a little more into the advanced stuff, but I bounce back and forth, and yeah, I'm just keeping it up. I'm hoping I'm doing a good thing. But oh, it looks like we have somebody replying back. Alpha Charlie, I think I worked you earlier, didn't I? Let's see. Yeah, still open between us while the grill heats up. Yes, they are. Yeah, I'm getting him just fine. I forgot where he was located, but sorry, this is very distracting. It's hard to work PSK31 and do the live stream at the same time. But let's see. Yeah, you're always coming in clear. I haven't had much luck working many other people. Massachusetts isn't too far away, but also have very strong now. Yeah, well, I've turned up my signal, so I probably am coming a little strong. Sounds yummy, though. Just wanted to say I enjoy your videos, and you got me interested in, I guess he was probably saying radio. I'll have to line that out or try soon. Let's see. Well, thank you so much, Bobby D. I really appreciate the $10. I know I say this every time, but I always take that money, whatever I get from my YouTube, and I recycle it back somehow, whether it's lights or more recently it's been all the Easy Digi giveaway. But I take that money and I recycle it back because I really want to build this up as much as I can. But yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm going to be grilling out tomorrow. I'll be doing some stuff for Memorial Day. After this, I might go take that new antenna that I got for a little field test and see how it performs. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to start doing the review on the antenna. We'll hook it up to the antenna analyzer, maybe do a little field test, and I'll have that uploaded by 2 o'clock. So if you're new to this channel, I know I got a lot of viewers out tonight, a lot of new faces in here. I upload every Monday and Friday at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, and we live stream every Sunday. So if you're watching this back, I live stream every Sunday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, and it's really made for, yeah, it is going up and down very much tonight. I've been trying to make contacts with people all night, and it's just, oh, it didn't all come through. Yeah, you kind of cut off there, so I'm not quite sure what you're saying. Didn't all come through, and then SSTV from your videos. We'll try that soon. Oh, you're trying to do some SSTV. SSTV is a really fun mode. It's really personal. You can send images. I don't know. I think that's one of the coolest things ever about ham radio. Like sending images over radio. That's some cool stuff. That's the type of thing that's going to attract new people into the hobby. I've got a story after I get done with this QSO. Okay. Ham Radio Crash Course is in the live stream. Well, he's following the live stream anyways. Welcome to the chat. All kinds of big faces out here tonight. And I'll go ahead and send my little macro here. I am growing the channel. I'm trying my best. You know, I'm keeping it up. I like SSTV myself. I leave my Raspberry Pi on that mode to collect crazy images, good stuff. Yeah, if you just, I like doing the checking those live SSTV image websites and just seeing some of the stuff that comes through is a little crazy. But yeah, SSTV, as for getting new people into the hobby, is one of the most funnest modes. And I said I had a story. So, if some of you know, I do radio stuff in the military as well. I'm pretty much over communications of the military, which is what got me interested in ham radio, because we had some people come down and give us a class, and they are ham radio operators as well in the civilian world, and they told us all these stories, my little section, about doing like making contacts over military radio with chain link fences and stuff like that, and talked about they learned it from the ham radio world. So that kind of really occupied me, or caught my attention, and so I went home and started looking the stuff up and really got into it. And so now, whenever I learn new things in ham radio, I can take that over to the military side, because we use HF radio communications, and show the people in my section what's possible with radio. And I remember one day when I first learned about SSTV, I got this little SSTV app on my phone, a little robot 3672, whatever app, that you can transmit and receive images with your phone. It'll decode it and encode it. So I took that over, and I went to one of the Humvees, and I connected the radio up, and told one of my soldiers in my section to download the app and go to the other Humvee and watch this. So I played the SSTV transmission over the radio, and they picked it up on their phone in another Humvee. So we were transmitting over HF radio through the Humvees. And for them, this is something the military obviously doesn't teach. They're mainly focused on tactical HF communications over voice. They don't really teach us code unless you're, a more advanced job. But the cool factor, though, it was really cool seeing how excited they got when they saw that you could transmit images even over like military radios. So I started explaining, like, yeah, you can. There's so many different digital modes in the military radios. Of course, you can't audio interface into them with civilian equipment, but I explained to them all the cool things that you could do with ham radio, and just transmitting an image was, just a small piece of all the capabilities. And it was just a little fun story. That's how I got into ham radio. And so I try to take what I learned from ham radio, and when I go do my military stuff, I try to teach what I can to those people, because the military's formal education doesn't teach all the little neat propagation stuff, all of the how things work. They teach you what to do. They teach you how to set it up. They teach you basic troubleshooting, but they don't teach you why it works the way it does, or how it works the way it does. And a lot of those aspects are important to understanding how to establish reliable communication systems. Yeah, pretty much. That's what we were doing. I think I sent a picture of my dog, and then I sent a meme. But yeah, it goes hand in hand, because either you're using HF communications in civilian world with ham radio, but the only other application I can think of that many people can get their hands on is in the military. And I think people joining signal sections in military is a great way to get those individuals interested in ham radio, because that gives you an opportunity to practice ham radio it gives you a opportunity to practice your military job in the civilian world, and it's about the only way that you can do it. With the big guns here, Billy's channel might be fixing to. You're probably gonna hit 5K sooner than you thought. It would be nice to hit 5K sooner than I thought, but which again, I'll mention 5K. I'm giving away 5 easy digis. Not much, you know. I don't really have a ton of money, but that's some of the money I've recycled back into the channel, and that's the reason I made those easy digi tutorials this past week. I'll be giving away 5 of those. So if you're a new ham and you're interested in getting into digital modes, that's something. Getting a lot of messages here. That's something to look into. And I want to remind you too, if you're a technician, you can still do digital stuff. There's still APRS and like different packet. You can do packet modem stuff. You can establish internet connections between devices just with AX25 over 2 meters. So you know, if you're like me, you're not a huge voice person. You can get into, and I know I have some people that watch this channel that are actually radio operators. You can get into. I am on the HRCC Discord. I'm not actually actively in it, but I am part of it. Every once in a while, I'll join the voice section and stuff like that. I'm actually pulling up Discord now, but oh my gosh, all these audio devices. But yeah, I am a member of the Discord. I pop in there and talk in the voice channels every once in a while, some evenings. But I'll call CQ and see if I can make another contact here tonight. It's a little scatterbrain. There's a lot going on right now. Anyways, moral of the story, military signal people and ham radios go really well together. And I think that's going to be a lot of what attracts young people into the hobby. That's why I try my best whenever my soldiers come into a signal section. I try to at least talk about ham radio a little bit to see if I can pique their interest. If they have absolutely no interest in it, it's like, okay, whatever. But if they do, then it can really benefit them on both sides to learn a little bit more about it. Let's see here. My phone is blowing up right now. I'm gonna have to check it. Make sure it's not something serious. No, it's just a bunch of people. There's a bunch of different people contacting me. What's your name in the server? I think I might. It's Aspect, but I'm gonna change it to my call sign right now. I forget how to do the nicknames. Right now it says Aspect, ASPECT with a capital A. What is this? I'll call CQ again here. Yeah, that's what it is right now, but when I get off here, I'm going to change it to my call sign, because I think that's what most people are doing anyways. No, actually, a lot of people have their actual little nicknames and stuff. But yeah, I'm glad I continue to stream tonight. There's been a lot of big players in here, so that's nice to see. I wanted to wait a little while for my channel to grow some before I tried to reach out to those guys, but I'm really glad I made contact with you all in the chat. Thanks for stopping by, and you know, I really appreciate, if you're still here, I appreciate everything you do. As I was saying before you all joined, you've been a big, Josh especially, you've been a big inspiration to my channel. I've stolen a lot of ideas from you, including my my little stream prep memes that go back and forth. So yeah, really appreciate everything you do. You've been a big inspiration for my channel, and when I was looking to get my license, your videos were the ones that come up, and your videos were the ones I watched. So really appreciate everything you do. And I enjoy your videos. I enjoy your live streams. It's coffee time. Thank you so much, Macbeth. You're always there for the coffee money. It is coffee time now. So we're going to take a 2-minute break, and I'm going to go get some coffee. I think Beth had a good idea there. I will be right back. And Josh, if you're in here, you're about to see exactly what I was talking about. I stole your little scrolling meme idea. All right, I'm back. Got some coffee. Oh, don't be agging him to make a video. wait till I get some more subscribers, because I don't want to feel like a leech. Well, what if? Plus, I'm a little socially inept and awkward. Then I don't know if he wants to. I don't know if I want to put him through that misery or not. Things can get weird. Let's see. So, oh yeah, the RFI video helped me out a lot too. And I live in an apartment, so it's a RFI nightmare. I can't do anything about it. I cannot wait to buy a house. And every time my fiance and we start talking about going, and I'll call CQ again. Start talking about going and buying a house, and she always goes into these HOAs and says, I want that house, I want that house. I'm like, nope, it ain't happening. Thanks for the follow, Mark. Welcome to the live stream. We're going on an hour and a half tonight, so nice long one. But yeah, I'm like, no HOAs. I'm gonna have to have an antenna set up. Kilo Charlie 5 Tango Golf Tango, thanks for the $4.99. You guys are way too much tonight. I did not expect to get off work and then come home to this. But I really appreciate all the support tonight. The live stream's doing really well tonight, so that's good to see. And I hope to see a lot of you back here again next Sunday at 7 o'clock. But yeah, really thanks for all the support. It's been a really fun night tonight. Got some nice contacts. It's been pretty good. Pretty good live stream. What was I saying? Yeah, I need to get a house so I can get away from all this RFI, because I can do everything I can in this apartment, but I literally have one next to me over here, and under me, and I cannot control what any of those guys do. It's unless somebody gets a S9 signal, they don't break through the crap that I pick up on my antenna. Yeah, that's the goal. I want to be in the country, but I don't want to be in the boonies, if that makes sense. I'd like to be close enough to civilization where I can, work a decent job and go out to places where I need to, like stores and stuff like that. But I don't want to be so close that I have to worry about putting an antenna up and my neighbors complaining, or somebody's refrigerator, or any of that nonsense. We used to live next to this couple, and I could hear their microwave turn on through the wall. Whenever their microwave turned on, it would knock out the Wi-Fi every single time. And I was used to be a really avid video gamer, and I used to get so aggravated because I could hear the microwave click on and start humming, and then everything would just go dead, like it would just die. And even with the Ethernet cable plugged in, even wired, the microwave would kill my internet. I don't know what the hell it was. But yeah, we're looking for a house that's gonna allow me to put up a nice antenna tower, because I definitely am going to be doing ham radio stuff once I get a house. HF radio stuff a little bit more efficiently than what I'm doing right now. Because this setup, yes, it works. I get DX sometimes, but I can only imagine what I could do if I had the resources and the space and the lack of neighbors to put something decent up. So I'm excited to get a house. That's going to be probably after I don't know, it's going to be before or after I try to start this computer repair business. I don't know. I'd like to take I'd like to stay on military orders for quite a while, but I don't think that's going to happen. I've been on military orders for the past 2 months, and that's what's given me all this time to really work and focus on my channel a lot more. Honestly, we don't work as much. We don't work as many hours in the day as my civilian job. But now I'm at this weird middle ground where I still have military orders for the next 1 or 2 weeks, and now my civilian job is open back up. So I'm working both, and it's a lot of work. And I'm glad I was able to make it tonight, though, and make YouTube's a priority for me. I was glad I was still able to come home and start the live stream by 7 and get started. So this has been a pretty good stream tonight. Yeah, it'd be nice to put up a tower and get a nice antenna out. But we're coming up on about an hour and a half. I know I got quite a bit of viewers here, but I've pretty much worked all day today, and I'm going to go. The fiancés want me to go take a walk with her and hang out. So it's important that I, get some time with her and all that before bedtime. But really want to thank everybody for watching. This has been a really good stream tonight. I'm glad to see some big players in here. I hope to see a lot of people back tomorrow or next Sunday at 7 o'clock. We'll do the stream again. We got some nice contacts in, so it went a lot better than it did last week when we did SSTV. And really appreciate everybody for watching. I'm glad to see all the repeats, all the people that came in here before. I'm glad to see you back in here. And I really appreciate everybody in here, and those especially. I really appreciate all the donations. That's going to be recycled back into the channel. I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm going to do with it just yet. But thanks for everybody for watching, and make sure to join me next week. And that's pretty much it. This week we got antenna review, and then I think we're going to do some more digital stuff. We might do ISS APRs packets finally. If I get a decent pass where I'm off work this week with the ISS, I'm going to do a YouTube tutorial on the FT3D, making a contact over a digipeater on the ISS, because so many people have been asking me for that. I've been trying to make that video, but it's just about opportunity at this point. So hopefully I'll be able to get that video out Friday. Yeah, I know. Yeah, she brought me dinner. I have to go. I have to go spend some time with her. But yeah, thanks to everybody for watching. I really appreciate all the support, and I hope to see you all next week on next Sunday. And 73 to everyone. Have a good evening.